Melissa and I met at the very beginning of my healing journey in 2015, and I had already done a few things, but I drew the line in the sand March 8th of 2015. And then Melissa and I met September of 2015. So it was really close together. We went to a training together, and we've been staying kind of loosely connected because of social media over 10 years. I can't believe it's been
I
10 years. What the
know.
heck happened?
I
And so
know.
she's now on a journey. Oh, I see your calendar, Melissa, on your
Yay!
background. I
Yay!
sent her a self-love calendar. I see it.
Mhm.
Um, and so I'm just so excited that you're here, that you're showing up in the world because your story um, of healing and growth and transformation, you're meant to share that with the world and to be the light to help people that have a similar story as you. And I'm just so glad you're here.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So take it away, share what you have. If you cough, don't
I
worry
was going to
about
say
it.
if
If
I
you,
cough, I apologize.
no, I'm cheering you on though.
Thank you. Kind of reading off of some notes just because I've got more than just notes in my head at the moment. But thank you for coming to this live session. I really appreciate it because not only did you come to this live session, but it's my first live session that I am doing. So this is completely out of my comfort zone and where I need to be going. So it's an exciting start for the year. Um, I want to share my screen and now I have to figure out how to do that.
Got it? The little green button, and then share the one you want and click share.
It's not showing anything.
There you go. Oh, nope, that wasn't it. You made it. So click on the bottom. There should be a little button that says it's green and it says share. Click
Yeah.
that. And
And I
then
think,
click the entire screen on the
oh,
left.
I see what I gotta do
There
here.
you go.
I've got all this. No, no, no.
You'll get there.
I will. Just a moment. It's, I see something
And
getting
Cindy, I
close.
see you took notes. That's good. Mary says we're rooting for you. You got this. So everybody's cheering you on.
Okay.
There you go. There you go. You got it. All right. I'm going to mute and let you take it away.
Okay. Now I want to make this play. And of course, where my play button is, I can't find.
The play is right there up a little on my side. You may be covering it. Your pictures could be covering
Yeah,
it.
that's
It's
something.
right there.
No, sorry about that.
It's okay.
Okay. Well, there it is. Okay. Thank you so much for your patience. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you about striving to thrive and going into discovering your core beliefs and creating a future of your design. Um, And so what we kind of want to talk about is that the core values are your fundamental principles that shape your thoughts, your actions, and ultimately your future. And understanding your core values help you guide your behavior and your decisions. It's help understand these beliefs is crucial in your personal growth. I didn't understand core values. I didn't understand what those meant. And when I did, I realized that much of my past was not aligned. And I could see where I needed to step back and realign with those things. Um, why is this important? Our beliefs influence our decisions, our relationships, and our overall happiness. When our actions are not aligned and our core beliefs, we can feel stuck. We can feel frustrated or even lost. I experienced this when my son's dad died when he was 8. This was right before I met Sam. This was the end of, this is December 31st of 2014 that he passed away. And I became a single mother. Never planned on being a mom in the first place. And all of a sudden, here I was a mom, and I didn't have this family structure that we had with the three of us. We were divorced, but we co-parented very well. We had a good family structure, and I had lost that. And I realized in my healing, in my learning about core beliefs, that I wasn't happy, and that I felt stuck, and I felt so lost because I didn't have that family. Family is a very big core value to me. I need it. It's one of my top 5. It's very important, and discovering that made me realize, a lot of where I came from. Like, my dad has always put us first as children. It's just something that I've learned. And when our actions are not aligned with our core beliefs, like I said, we can feel stuck, frustrated, or even lost. But imagine waking up every day feeling energized and excited because your life is aligned with what you truly believe and desire. That's the power of understanding and harnessing your core beliefs. Now, just think about, and I know you got some little note there, pad there, but think about a time when you felt misaligned. What was going on in your life? What was happening in your life at that time? It can kind of take you where you want to, where we can dive in and discover and align with the core beliefs. This is a list here that you can find a ton of different types of lists online. I like this one. It had a lot to do depending on what area of your life you were more in tune with. But diving deeper in and aligning into your core beliefs, you first need to do self-reflection. And you start self-reflecting on the moments in your life when you felt truly fulfilled. And what values were you honoring during those times? And if you guys are interested in this list, my email is, I believe, on the don't email me. I can email it over to you. It's just a simple one I found online that I thought incorporated quite a few. And on self-reflecting, I remember a time when I was working a job that paid really well, but I just didn't feel fulfilled in it. I was making the money. I was actually driving the car I always wanted to drive. Never thought I was ever going to drive. I'm from a tiny little town in southwest Kansas, and here I was driving a BMW, and I was like, whoo, I would thought I was the stuff anyway. But I wasn't happy. And it wasn't until I took time to reflect that I realized my core beliefs of authenticity and loyalty were being neglected in the workplace. I wasn't being authentic to who I was as in my sales, and the company wasn't being loyal to me as an employee. And that, the money there was not worth it. It was time for me to leave. And so I left. You also need to identify your beliefs. And this kind of, you can go through this list. They say to really focus in on your top 5. And once you've done some reflection, write down the beliefs that resonate with you. It could be about your family, your career, your health, your personal growth, any of those things in your life, whatever falls most important to you, what you identify with. Once you've done that, take a look at your current life. Are your daily actions supporting these beliefs? If not, what small changes can you make? What I did was I went from working a full-time job where I was making good money to working a small part-time job as a host at a restaurant, which I do again. But it just took me back to my my passion for helping others. I love being around people and helping other people. And if it's just helping them to a table and having a nice dining experience, I like doing that for a few hours every night. It's fun. It's good for me too to get out and about amongst the people. Excuse me. Um, when you have a moment, sometime, you know, and I guess you could now in the comments, you could take a moment and share one core belief you identify in your reflection. And maybe we can inspire each other on where we are, where we feel, what we identify with. Now let's consider the what ifs. Imagine the possibilities. You might find a new career that aligns with your passions. You may strengthen your relationships or even start a new hobby that brings you joy. What if you could wake up every day feeling empowered and confident in your choices? That's the potential of understanding your core beliefs. And it's also here where I want to talk about that it needs to be understood that gratitude and core beliefs are deeply connected. Um, it as gratitude has the power to shape, reinforce, or transform the fundamental ideas we hold about ourselves, others, and the world. So if you look at that, gratitude shapes our positive core beliefs. By practicing gratitude, it helps foster beliefs like I'm worthy, the world is abundant. Repeated acknowledgement of that what's good in life can strengthen those positive beliefs, creating a foundation of optimism and self-worth. It also reframes negative core beliefs, changing things such as I don't have enough or I'm not good enough, refocusing and thinking on the things that we're thankful for. And it creates a cognitive dissonance, I can't speak with this cold, with beliefs rooted in scarcity or inadequacy, paving the way for change. It solidifies empowering narratives. Over time, gratitude reinforces a mindset that sees obstacles as opportunities and challenges as temporary. This perspective can transform beliefs about control, resilience, and the ability to thrive despite difficulties. It can also strengthen connection to your values because gratitude aligns us with the values such as love, kindness, and interconnectedness. Acknowledging the people, experience, and opportunities we appreciate can deepen beliefs about the importance of relationships and companionship. And also, with gratitude, it creates a neurological change, which we all know, practicing gratitude over time. You repeated gratitude practices like journaling, mindfulness. It activates the brain's reward centers, making positive beliefs feel more natural and automatic. And so I've incorporated gratitude into my daily journaling. Every morning, I write down 3 things I'm grateful for right off the bat first thing I do when I wake up. First thing I do, 3 things I'm grateful for, whether it's just like I woke up, I'm breathing this morning, that's all I can be grateful for at that moment. I will take it. Um, before we wrap up, I want to encourage you to take some action and start your healing journey and your diving into your core beliefs by setting some quiet time this week for some self-reflection. Write down your core beliefs and evaluate how they align with your current life. You can also share your experiences with us in the community on social media with the hashtag Strive to Thrive, just so we can continue growing together. If you found this session valuable, feel free to reach out to me and I can see how I can help you dive deeper into your core values, into your beliefs, understanding them more. I really want to say I appreciate you guys putting up with my cold and I appreciate it. Remember, understanding and aligning your core beliefs is a powerful step towards creating the future you desire. Let's support each other on this journey. Have a wonderful day and keep striving to thrive.
You did so good. I'm so glad you hung in there. You did
Thank
so, so
you.
good. Yeah. I am just so honored to be connected to you and to see the growth that you've had. And I'm just so proud of you. So, ladies, if you have any questions, please put them in the chat. I'm watching on YouTube and here. But I have a question for you, Melissa. So you talked a lot about core beliefs and them being important, but can a core belief change? Like maybe something's important now.
Oh,
Can they swap?
absolutely. I mean, as you grow and change as a person, your core beliefs are going to grow and change. I mean, as you show, like as I spoke, as you start showing more gratitude in your life, you're going to have more powerful, more loving core beliefs than maybe the tougher, stronger, ones. It, so I think they change, I'd say my core beliefs have definitely changed from when I was, say, 22 to like 47 or sorry, 48. I'm 48 now. And I forgot my birthday. But yeah, I think they can change, and I hope that, mine only get better and deeper, and my understanding of them as I heal can continue to heal.
Yeah. Yeah, I know looking at my core beliefs now, after my 10-year journey so far, um, gratitude, I've always had, I think, a grateful heart, but I know that I didn't have the gratitude practices in place that I have now. So I know that that has changed for me as well. So we got a question for you here. And another question would be, um, let's see um, if you have a limiting core belief, something that's not who you want to be, it's something that you are now or you were, you want to start shifting that. Is there a way? What's a good way to start making that shift?
I would say affirmations. Replace it
Okay.
with more empowering thoughts. Like daily affirmations, repeated daily. I have a list that I can get out to everybody as well as those that I read in a mirror to myself every morning. It's part of my daily routine, and it's to shift those limiting to beliefs that I still have within myself to more positive, more empowering. So yeah.
Yeah. So Mary has a question and it says, sounds like you're using core belief and core values interchangeably. Is that on purpose? Are values and core beliefs, are they similar to
They're
you?
very similar. Yeah. 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 And how I've learned them, they're very similar. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see if we've got any other questions here. And um, what if somebody, can you go back on your slide?
Let me
Are
see.
you able to go backwards? I don't know if you, I mean, if you can, will it let you? I'm just curious, if you go back on that slide of the limiting of the core beliefs, and if someone picks one that they decide that they want, it's not necessarily a limiting one, but maybe there's one on here and they say, okay, I've already like optimism is the first one that popped out to me.
Hmm.
They're already a little bit optimistic. What would be another way, another suggestion that you would have to maybe start to be more optimistic? And I know you said affirmations, and that's a huge part. Would you consider writing an affirmation that addresses that, or are there other things that you might do?
Um, I have found in my life, optimism has always been one that has been very challenging to me. Just with the things that I've overcome with childhood depression, sexual assault, abusive relationships. We've all got the
Yeah,
stories. But so it's been hard to be optimistic through life. But what I've done for myself in that situation is to live more presently. Find the miracles in the moments, in those tiny little moments. It's like I've even started just taking a picture of the smallest thing that brings me joy at that moment. I'll take a picture of it. And I'll go back and like and I'll look through and it's like the things get smaller and smaller and smaller. And it's like the things I'm noticing it's just there's nothing but to be optimistic, I think.
Yeah, that's so good. And Dr. Lynn and I were both typing the same thing at the same time, miracles in the moment. That's so good. And when you can start to have that daily mindset of looking for the smallest thing that you can be grateful for and hopeful for and optimistic about, yeah, you'll see the world in a different way. I have a story that we have a couple minutes left. If anybody has any questions left, I've got a little story that's kind of funny, and I didn't tell my husband I was going to tell this story, but this is a true story. It's a true story. On New Year's Eve, we went to dinner earlier in the day, so it wasn't like the craziness. And we were doing a little bit of kind of, I don't do New Year's resolutions. I believe if I'm going to do something, I'm just going to do it the day I decide. I'm not waiting until the certain date, but I do like goal setting and planning. And so we were talking about the year, what were the three big wins for the year? And he kind of sarcastically said, well, I got fired, and I'm like, because he did get fired in May, right? And he said, we started talking about it. I said, but here's the thing, I see you getting fired as a good thing. He looked at me, did a little dog head tilt. I said, well, you're starting your business now. We're both going to have time freedom at the same time to where if we want to go do something, then we can, and we don't have to ask anybody for time off. And he goes, yeah, but I still got fired. And I said, yeah, but I see it as a good thing and you don't. And that's why I'm happier than you. And he starts laughing. And so it really is,
Yeah.
even in the chaos, if you can look for the little tiny glimmer, and sometimes it takes a long time, ladies. It really does. There's
It,
situations that
yeah.
happen,
It takes
and in
time
the
to focus.
moment,
I suffer with panic attacks, and that's something that, I try really hard. I can't do the sensory thing because I can't do the fight hear the because at
yeah,
that moment I'm at sensory overload. So I'm just trying to breathe and I'm just trying in my mind just what am I grateful for? I'm grateful for, I go just to the simplest things.
yeah. And
So,
sometimes in the moment of something bad happening, I hear people say, well, there's always a silver lining. Well, in the past, I've called a little BS. I'm like, I don't know if there always is. But if you give it enough time and you
right.
think about it in a way of what to find, I believe that you can find something. Kathy on YouTube wrote perspective. And I believe, yeah, time gives you perspective.
Mhm.
Time gives you perspective. Yeah, so Melissa, I'm so glad you showed up. I'm so glad
Yeah.
you did so good. And I'm so
Like
proud of you. I'm so honored to be your friend and to be in your life. And um, I hope you get some rest.
I will.
So,
Thank you so much,
yeah.
everyone. I appreciate it.
And so, yeah, there's other notes on here. Feel better. You did a great. Oh, Rachel on YouTube said you're a rock star. She didn't see that I
Oh,
put rock star on here too. We both
oh
used the same
wow.
word.
That's so funny because I love that
Yeah.
song by
Yeah.
Pink. I'm a rock star. I play that all
You are a rock
the
star. All right, very
time.
good. Well, thank you, thank you, thank
Thank
you.
you.
And